read both books and immensely enjoyed them both.
Thank you.
I had my first daughter right around the time I picked up Constellation,
Oh,
and
wow.
so winding up with an immense spinning joy is still one of my just favorite phrases that I repeat to myself when I pick her up in the morning.
Breaking my heart.
The question I had has sort of been, you've at least kind of tangentially addressed it in last couple of answers, but I would just be kind of interested in hearing your thoughts on humor in literature. So many of the books that I read growing up, so many of the books that I've read since then are very serious literature, whether intentionally or not. But what set your books apart for me is just the humor from the first page. You've taken a lot of very funny shots at Boris Yeltsin as a chess piece or a bear. And so it just,
You're right. I had never even thought of that. Yeah.
So anyway, I'd just be interested to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, and congratulations on the birth of your daughter. Yeah, I'm pleased to hear of that coincidence. I think that books that aren't funny are difficult for me to read, I suppose, and difficult for me to write. I think that that we tend to expect serious literature to be very somber and grim and not any fun, and I don't really think that that's at all reflective of what life is like. That people make jokes at funerals and tragedies occur at birthday parties, and for me, moving between sort of the comic and the tragic, I feel like it's a way of it's almost like I joined a gym for the first time a couple months ago, and so I started looking up what do you do when you're at a gym, and one of the things they suggested was that you always want to switch up and do different things because your body reacts differently to different, that we are as human animals very we are accustomed to falling into habits and what have you. And I think the same is true in literature, that you want to keep the reader somewhat off balance, that if you're not expecting what the next emotional turn will be, it becomes even more powerful, I think. And I think for the purposes of constructing drama, humor is one of the most important tools in the writerly toolbox, because it creates, I think, a kind of empathy. It binds us to a character. When we can laugh along with a character, we open ourselves up to that person in a way that I don't think anything else can quite replicate. And so if we've laughed with a character when the other shoe drops, I think we feel it all the more intensely and all the more sort of personally. And so that's sort of a bit of why I think that humor is essential, but particularly with this very subject matter, that there are, both in Chechnya and Russia, there is this incredible streak of very dark humor, and it becomes a way of dealing with these incredibly difficult situations. I think that humor is we tend to conjoin it with the idea of lightheartedness, when really I think it can be conjoined with incredibly oppressive, difficult situations just as well. That a joke can be a deadly serious thing. It can be the thing that saves you from saves your soul from a particular situation. The ability to laugh at it. I remember about a year and a half ago, I met a Chechen refugee who was living in Massachusetts, and he had been tortured by Russian forces in sort of unbelievably cruel ways. And he was sitting on a couch with his wife, and he was telling me about all of this. And he had this big smile on his face, and he was cracking jokes while he was describing this, brutal experience. And his wife was crying and was like, "Why?" She asked him, "Why are you laughing about this?" And he said that it was the only way he could understand it. And so I think, in many ways, humor is the way that these characters try to understand their own struggles.
Hi guys, thanks for watching this Politics and Prose Events Essential. We are a bookstore, so if you're interested in checking out the books featured in this video, click here to buy it from our website. If you want to watch more highlights from our other spectacular events, click here. To watch the full version of this author's talk, click here. Or to stay up to date on all of our events, follow our social media accounts by clicking these guys down here. And don't forget to check out our whole channel and subscribe to our other videos. Do that by clicking on the Politics and Prose logo up here in this corner. Right here. Click. Thank you. So nice. So nice. You guys are the greatest. So great.